Hello, Kathryn here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to lay out the 3 types of learning sessions that I use and that I have developed to study languages. Now, language is a perishable skill, so even months of effort can be nearly entirely lost without practice and progress. And that is why I recommend studying, whether actively or passively, nearly every day. Let's break down the types of learning that have worked for me when it comes to studying language. And I should disclose that I tend to study multiple languages at a time in order to build upon each other. In a sense, they kind of reinforce my overall progress. Also, this is from a native English speaker's point of view. So this is how I break down my learning process. First, you have active learning sessions. Now this involves cracking open a grammar book and reading, reflecting, seeking connections with past material or English equivalents, and most importantly, writing things down. You may recall in other videos, if you've seen them, that I stress the value and benefits of writing things down. And in the beginning, since I'm learning grammar fundamentals that are unfamiliar to me, I will write down grammar rules and instructions for exercises. I check my work and make corrections in a different colored pen. I never skip book sessions, no matter how boring or frustrating or how simple they are, because I am just not competent enough to estimate how important they are until I have reached a certain degree of proficiency. Now next I have follow-up supplemental learning. Videos and movies are excellent tools in building vocabulary, recognizing pronunciation, and sentence structure patterns, and getting used to the feel of the language. Rapid translation typing exercises can fall in this category, since I am quickly moving through material with the goal of increasing retention of spelling, speed, and ease of reading, and again, the feel of the written language. You compare this with active learning. Active learning typically for me involves writing. I tend to think that writing is superior to typing when it comes to actively engaging with the language. At least it's a bit more work. And finally, we have passive learning. So in these sessions, this can include reading texts without trying to translate words, targeted for your level of ability. In the intermediate and advanced stages, sophisticated journal pieces work well because they are written to a high standard. In the beginning, tabloids are better, since they tend to have a simple structure. Videos and movies should be played even as background music so that your brain gets used to hearing the language. You may not get much opportunity to hear the language otherwise. Spoken practice should be exercised when possible. There really is no substitute for real conversations. I studied German for over a year and was able to read and listen at a fairly advanced level before I visited the country. But actually engaging in conversation was very difficult, and I got to be humbled again when I could only speak at a child's level. Inhibition can be a problem, and mental exhaustion happens very quickly. To overcome this, I would take long breaks between conversations so that I could mentally recuperate while still being exposed to the language. Personally, I think immersion should happen once your grasp on grammar is fairly solid. Otherwise, the experience will tend to be overwhelming and possibly disappointing. As an English speaker, most people I speak to in Europe can at least speak to me in rudimentary English if they see me struggling. While this was helpful in some situations, that stress is required for spontaneous speech to occur. And that is a brief introduction to the 3 major types of learning sessions. In other videos, I will go into learning styles a bit more versus learning sessions. Both of these should be understood and differentiated to optimize your study habits. If you found this of value, please consider liking and subscribing. I'd love to read any comments below, and I probably will respond to them. And I'll see you later.